Got this Super League. What do you think of the overall concept of this Super League?
I think it's a fantastic concept because there's nobody playing around this time.
Yeah.
And the best thing about it is it gives you overview of basketball. It lets you go out and play. You ain't got to worry about running plays. You ain't got to worry about fouls. It's all about playing basketball. It reminds me a lot of when we played in the States. You play to win. You go in at guys, one-on-one stuff, one-on-two stuff. So it's a good concept.
Cool. So it's kind of like that summer mentality that's a lot more prominent over in America.
It is, and the atmosphere is fantastic. To see all the people running around, watching every court full, it's an amazing concept. And I think it's only going to grow because last year was big, this year's going to be huge, and next year we'll probably have to find another stadium because it's going to be that many people trying to get in.
Yeah, cool. So, you mentioned that kind of hard, free-flowing style game. Is that the type of game you expect your team to play, just free-flowing and open?
Well, it depends on who I draft now.
Yeah.
See, that's going to be a hard thing. Last year I missed it, but I heard there are a lot of guys that went undrafted or got drafted late because the coaches didn't know who they were.
Right.
Good thing is I know most of the players in Melbourne, so I'm going to try to choose a very good team this year, hoping to win it because I've already spent the championship money. So I'm going to win this year.
All right. So how much attention and how much close attention really do you think you'll pay at the combine to all this?
I know a lot of the guys, like I said, but I want to watch everybody play. I really want to go out and watch guys play. Make sure I have defenders. More importantly, I'm an offensive guy. I want guys who can put the ball in the hole. If you put it in the hole, you can win. It's running gun, put the ball in the hole, and get back.
Right. So with that offense, what kind of defense do you expect?
None. I don't play defense, man. My name is no defense. No, look, we'll play a little man-on-man, little zone. But like I said, I'm an offensive guy. It's more about putting the ball in the hole. And don't you know who I am? I haven't studied that game, man.
I know a little bit.
Okay.
All right, so I suppose you'll be mainly drafting offensive guys, shooters, scorers.
Yeah, I need some big guys to rebound. You got to have role players, though. I mean, I play with some great role players, Morgan Giddy and Stephen Hoare, guys who like to pass the ball.
Yeah.
Maybe one or two of those guys, but more importantly, guys that can fill it up. Got to have some guys who can rebound.
Yeah.
But the good thing is there's so many kids to choose from. I mean, it's probably going to be 200, 250 kids to choose from. You'll be able to find guys in every spot.
Yeah.
And the good thing is you can, like I said, you can accommodate every position. Guys don't really know each other, and you just get to play basketball. It's not about running the play or making a mistake. It's about getting up and down and having a good time.
Right. Obviously, you have a ton of experience. Tell me a bit about your different playing experiences.
Well, I played outside, inside, CBA, NBA, NBL, ABA, Global League. So I've been all around the world. I played in the Philippines, I played in France. And I think that's going to help me better myself as a coach.
Yeah.
So you get to see different aspects of guys' games, what they can do, what they can't do. And so, look, I'm a well-balanced coach, I think. Like I said, I like offense, but I know what it takes to win.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, when my team makes the playoffs, I'll know what steps I need to make to make it to that grand final.
Yeah. Obviously, all over the world, basketball, the style in basketball varies a lot, and there are different aspects of the game that are emphasized in different places. Since you've played all over the place, how do you think that helped you as a coach?
It does because, well, like you said, the game has changed over the years. Back in the day, it was more about structure, and when I played with the Tigers, it was running first and thirds and being in this spot and being in that spot. But the game has evolved so much. Now it's all about physical ability. I mean, if you can take a guy off a dribble, or you can dribble the ball and get it through a guy's legs, or you can shoot the ball, you're a better player, then that's what the game looks like now. It's more about one-on-one, pick and rolls, that type of thing. Yeah. And I think because it was later in my years that we started doing a lot of that pick and roll stuff, and we do a lot of it in the academy now. It's helped me as a coach, and I can just bring it on to the young kids.
Right. with you guys, you older coaches, especially when I was in academy last year, I noticed there was a really good mix of the old style of play, you know, the free-flowing, run, pass first kind of thing, as well as new style with pick and roll and all that kind of stuff. Do you plan on having a pretty even balance in your
I think so. It really depends on the talent you get, though. It always depends on what you're never as good. You're only as good as your players. And if you can tag some pretty good players who can do those type of things, and you play. But if you just get guys who can do one thing, then you got to work on that one thing. But you know, the big thing about this is most of the coaches are very competitive as well. And so we're going to drive our players to be at their best because we want to have bragging rights. We want to win this thing. You know what I mean? So myself, D-Max, Sedale Jr. You know, it's a lot of guys that work together. And we go to breakfast and we talk about things. We want to have bragging rights. I want to come in at McDonald's on Thursday and say I was the best coach in the Super League. Get a team next year. You know what I mean? So, and then when you drive your players like that, it makes them better. And hopefully we can push some of these guys on to our academy and then push them on to college and then perhaps making the pros somewhere.
Cool. As a whole, the Super League as a whole, how do you think this really benefits the players and what kind of opportunity it gives these kind of kids?
Well, like I said, there's not a lot of basketball going on at this time. And what it does, it gives you an opportunity to just play your game. And if you know basketball in Melbourne, most teams, and I ran it for 15 years, run first and thirds. And it's a structured offense, and it's great offense, but all guys aren't built that way. And especially now, the game has evolved. Guys have to be able to go one-on-one. You have to be able to take a guy and be able to shoot the jump shot. And this gives you the ability to do that and work on your game. It's all about working on your game and getting better.
Yeah, well, it's interesting because I think a lot of Australians, like you said, with the first and thirds, from an early age, they get good at running an offense, but not good with their skills, whereas this kind of program is all about individual skills and then incorporating it. So obviously you think that's a pretty huge help.
It is because when you go to college, I mean, back in the day it's great. When you go to college now, you got to be able to take a guy. Most guys are so much more athletic now than they used to be. I mean, when Michael Jordan was coming through, he was the most athletic guy in the league. Now every team you look at has an athletic guy, one or two or three guys. You got to be able to go. You got to be able to go one-on-one. You got to be able to break a guy down. You know, you got to be able to stop a guy on defense. So it's all about your physical attributes and what you can bring to the team.
Apart from the physical attributes and skills and stuff like that, what do you think is the most important attribute or skill mentally for these guys that they'll learn?
Well, confidence. Number one. You know, I've been at that stage where I missed a lot of shots and I've made a lot of shots. But if you don't think you're number one when you cross that white line, then you got a problem. And this is where we're going to build at. I mean, it's all about going out showing what you can do. It's all about going out showing that you can make 5 shots in a row, or you can take a guy off the dribble, like I said, or you can stop a guy on defense. And so our job is to try to build confidence for these guys so when they go on to the next level, they're ready to go.
Cool.